Okay, it is time for Amiri to stop swinging that hammer for a moment and have a short talk with us. Let's go. Amiri! Hey, Chief! What's on your mind? Tell me about yourself. First, I'm a barbarian. I'm strong. I grew up in the realm of the Mammoth Lord. I left my tribe, the Six Spears. And I like fights. And simple things. Realm of the Mammoth Lords, a realm of megafauna inhabited by humans almost as savage as the prehistoric beasts surrounding them. The realm of the Mammoth Lords is a land in a distance far north that is home to myriad nomadic tribes of Kelid barbarians. What it is like to be a barbarian in the Six Spears tribe. Ha! Our people are big and strong. We can cut monsters in half with one swing. We can walk 3 days and nights with no rest. We can eat the whole fried aurochs. What is aurochs? Cavir doesn't know. He's a city guy. I guess you had to do a lot of training to become as strong as you are. Training? Ha ha ha! No one freaking trained me. The boys of the Six Spear got the training. All I could do was watch. And you know what? They were still crap even after all that training because I kicked their butts hard. I am sure you did. Animals, bandits, monsters all thought they were stronger than me. Idiots! Because if you start a fight, you think you can win. You think you're stronger than your enemy. I defeated them all. See the scars on my face? What does the realm of Mammoth Lord look like? Huge and freezing, no place for weaklings. Tribes hunt aurochs herds to survive. Aurochs are fast, so tribe following herd for days, just to not die of hunger. If you're weak, you stay behind and die in the snow. Tribe cannot stop. Okay. Also there are giants and mammoths. Sometimes demons come too. Ah, and the mastodons. And the saber-toothed tigers. You would survive, I think, for a few days. Ha! You're the one always laying on the ground, girl. Why did you leave your tribe? Amiri flushes. Because they were assholes. All of them. Men were cowards and scoundrels. And women were scared like sheep. Men there think no girl can be fighter. Because they're weak. They're afraid a woman can beat them. And females just not. Those who hides, cook meat, what's kids? That's what they always say. But I'm a warrior, damn it. I want cook hides and what's meat. I told them so. I went hunting with men. And what did I get? Still the same. You are women, you stay home. Even gave me a nickname. The Soft Chieftain. Like a warrior woman was a funny joke. Damn it. I even went to hunt those faced frost giants, and there, Amiri suddenly stops, breathing heavily, sweat beading on her forehead. So I left. Cowards, scoundrels, and sissies they were. That's why. You're quite a good fighter. Quite good, huh? Compared to who? If I was a crappy male, I'd fight better. Is that what you say? Or do you say I could be better? Like, get some training, Amiri, right? Chaotic good. You are very good in a fight. You're an excellent warrior. I've just given you a compliment, that's all. True, I fight good. That's what I do best. You're rather rude, you know. You bet. I'm a fighter. Big and strong. Everyone's afraid of me. I can't play the softie. Who would ever fear me then? I enjoy being feared. When I pass by and all the sissies almost faint. Knees trembling. Teeth chattering. Yes, dripping down their pants. Poo dripping down their pants. What's the language, woman? We might have kids around us. Thanks for telling me. Let's talk about something else. Why not? So, have you proven yourself to be a mighty warrior? I may have. The trial is finished, and if someone ever doubt me, I prove it. So, I'm the chieftain of your new tribe. What do you expect of me? Tribe always must have plenty of food. Tribe's enemies must be tough, not some easy scum. Tribe's fighters must challenge the strongest enemies. Also, well, you must rule the tribe. Make big decisions. So why did you leave your tribe? And what's the story about the frost giants? I told you already. They were a-holes. They treat women like sheep, not fighters. As for giants, I'll tell you later. Someday. Maybe. That's a formidable sword, but it's not just a simple weapon, is it? You bet it is not simple. Check out how big it is. It is a really big sword, and the hammer you are wielding as well, but I think we are talking about your sword. This sword belonged to the real blasted frost giant. I killed the beast and took the slugger for myself. Fits me perfect. My damn trophy. Thanks for talking with me. Let's speak again later. Talking. When will we do some monster killing instead? We just killed a big boar for you. Hello, Valerie. Here you are. I was looking for you. Greetings. Valerie sighs. Everything is well, I hope. I am ready for new orders. Tell me about yourself. What exactly would you like to know? I was born to a noble family, though I didn't remain long on the family estate. My father sent me to the Order of the Eternal Rose, but I left once I realized that I didn't match my principles. It didn't match my principles. Where are you from? What was your childhood like? I was born in Brevoy, but in fact I've never seen much of the country. I spent my childhood on a remote estate owned by my noble family. My father is a respectable philanthropist and benefactor of the Church of Shelyn. He is also a renowned private collector and a great admirer of the arts. My mother saw to my education personally. From my early years I learned good manners, how to behave at the dinner table, and the proper form of words for every occasion. I also learned the difference between true nobles and low-born upstart, and I learned how to treat each of them properly. Our home was always under the protection of the several paladins of Shelyn. My father has donated a handsome sum to their order. One of them, a man of venerable age with a grey beard, once let me touch his shining armor. I still remember the admiration I felt when I touched the gold-polished steel. Of all the memories of my childhood, that one is somehow the warmest one. Why were you sent to the Paladin Order of the Eternal Rose? As you can imagine, from my first days I was surrounded by crowds of servants and nannies, who never stopped praising my heavenly beauty. The paladins of Shelyn, who used to visit our house, echoed these praises. In the end, general consensus overwhelmed my father's better judgment. When I turned 6, I was brought to the Church of Shelyn and told that this would be my new home. When you turned 6, and they have been praising your heavenly... Right then, I don't want to hear anything more about this, but I think I have to. Don't pity me though, I beg of you. Many who hear this story immediately assumed that my parents were cruel and had no love for their child. My parents had respect for me. They taught me something that has supported me all my life, a sense of self-esteem. Besides, they didn't abandon me. Once every 6 months, they would come and visit me at the Order of the Eternal Rose. We had some tea and then had an hour to walk around the garden. Then they would take their leave as etiquette demanded. What did they teach you in the Order? A variety of things. Some of them appealed to me, others I simply couldn't accept. I enjoyed the physical activities and swordsmanship, but the arts, calligraphy, painting, poetry, and so many other ways to waste one's time. I guess that deep in my heart I always knew I'd never be a true paladin of Shelyn. Wielding a sword always felt more natural to me than handling a paintbrush. Why did you leave the Order? Because of my heavenly beauty. According to Shelyn's laws, all art is sacred, whatever form it takes. Severe punishments await those who dare harm a painting, sculpture, or poem, no matter how worthless the rival might be. My looks always attracted unwanted attention from the pilgrims and acolytes at the temple. I received my first poem dedicated to me when I was 9. The author was some wealthy geezer, and that was only the beginning. Only the beginning. You received your first poem when you were 9 from some wealthy geezer. At this point, I do not blame you at all that you ran away. Really. Sculptures, pictures, poems, I was drowning in them. My admirers mobbed me, and I had to respectfully accept all their garbage. The clerics of the temple were magnanimous, for my suitors made generous offerings to the church, but one time I just snapped. Some wealthy idiot has decided that extremely untalented poem to me had dedicated an extremely untalented poem to me, and he had the nerve to read it right to my face, holding my sleeve. The hour was late, and I was on my way to get some rest after a boring lesson on rhymes. I lost control and tore the poem apart, right in front of him. The paladins wanted to impose some punishment upon me. I don't remember which one exactly. They wanted me to repent. Instead, I just gathered my things and left. What did you do after you left the order? I set off to Restov. I wanted to get as far away as possible from Shelyn and the destiny everyone seems so ready to force upon me. Besides, the School of Swordsmanship in Restov has quite a decent reputation. Honestly, I was hoping for an opportunity to learn from the famous Aldori masters. Eventually, it became clear that their technique wasn't a good fit for me. They teach to avoid impact, whereas I prefer to raise my shield. Yeah, I know something about that because I am also an Aldori defender myself. I was in the school, but of course I took the path of Rogue, and I'm no longer in that school. But my abilities and skills, which I'd learned at the Order of the Eternal Rose, were enough to make the Sword Lords take an interest in me. They offered me a chance to join in the mercenaries who served the Sword Lords, and I accepted. I bet your beauty inspired many people in the Order. And here I'd hope to avoid the question. Well, let's get this over with once and for all. You should understand that I am perfectly aware that most races, orders and genders find me physically attractive. It's beyond my power to change that, but I never given a potential admirer any reason to start a conversation with me, but it doesn't stop them. After leaving the order, I took a dagger and cut off the long hair they used to praise. Well, now I get letters praising the beauty of my eyes. It was because of my appearance that I ended up in the Order of the Eternal Rose, though I never wanted to be a paladin. It was because of my beauty that an infinite number of suitors have pursued me, all of them confusing simple politeness with hints of affection. But do you know what I really want? I want people just to stop treating me like a piece of art. I want them to notice that I'm a person, that I'm capable of something more than smiling for paintings, where I sit wearing a lacy satin dress, holding a basket of peaches in my lap. Is that too much to ask? Okay. Thank you for your honesty, I understand you very well. You're a true friend who I can trust with my lives. Let's not agitate her any further. I am truly happy that you understand me. Thank you. Let's change the subject. Oh, and there are plenty. Tell me about the way of Shelyn and about her paladins. Shelyn is a goddess of love, beauty and art. Her paladins are something like armored artists. That's how they like to think of themselves at least. They are fanatical defenders of worthless, inartistic paintings and meaningless opuses, if you care to know my opinion. You speak of Shelyn with such contempt. What did the goddess of beauty do to earn your anger? She's been trying to ruin my life. Shelyn, the goddess of everything useless that ever existed in this life. All the beauty in the world, all the art, all the soulful sex in the moonlight, they'll never feed a single family. And I beg you to restrain yourself from offering your own opinion. Trust me, I've heard everything you can tell me, more than once. Nothing and nobody can change my mind. As for Shelyn, she's the goddess of idlers. I almost joined her preposterous entourage. I'm just glad I was smart enough to denounce her while I still could. What do paladins of Shelyn usually do? They wander around, seeking the next pile of garbage, and when they find it, they call it an immortal piece of art and admire it until they're blue in the face. You might not believe this, but the paladins of Shelyn aren't allowed to slay the enemies if they beg for mercy. Can you guess why? Because a bandit, rapist or murderer who has been put to the sword will never be able to create something beautiful in the future. So a paladin overpowers her enemy in battle, then inspires him to create a masterpiece. It might sound hilarious if it weren't true. Plus, all of Shelyn's followers are obligated to practice some sort of art in his or her free time. Every single day, no matter what else is going on, even if you're feeling sick or hungry or sleepy. Otherwise, according to their clerics, you lose your connection with your goddess. A preposterous notion, wouldn't you agree? I like arts, I like poems, but that sounds a bit... well, the word excessive is an understatement. I understand that not every piece of art is good or even decent, but surely there must be at least few great works among them. Is that what you think? Many share the delusion. I was deluded too for a while. Now I consider all work of art useless. People create this garbage because they have nothing better to do. The peasant doesn't paint a picture. He plows the earth to feed his family. The soldier has no time for sculpture. He must defend his homeland. But idlers and slackers have plenty of time to waste, so they smear canvases with paint and imagine they've done something worthy and valuable. Okay, you said that every paladin must practice some kind of art. What kind of art did you pursue? Ah, that I used to embroider, and I still do from time to time. It's nothing, I assure you, just a simple task to keep my hands busy and keep the gloomy thoughts at bay. Nothing special. I couldn't agree more if I can be frank. All this talk about Shelyn makes me want to spit, but my noble upbringing prevents me from performing such an undignified act. Yes, this about, talk about something else. So, you're an atheist. You don't worship any deity. Right. I need no guidance from above. I have my own good conscience and my leader's orders to live by. You know you don't have to follow etiquette and maintain good manners while speaking with me if you don't want to. I am aware of that. But I'm sure you understand that I am what I am. That's how I was brought up, first by my parents and then by my mentors in the order. Besides, I was born to a noble family. So I rather enjoy the idea that my manner of speech differs a bit from a common language of the peasantry. You just can't imagine how many social climbers have bowed politely the moment I opened my mouth. I guess you have plenty of suitors. Sadly, you are right to suppose that. Even here, in these remote lands, one can find offspring of many noble houses, and all of them consider it their duty to kneel before me, begging me to walk with them in the garden. Valerie's voice overflows with contempt. If words were poison, you'd be dying a horrible death. Whoops. Oh, and don't forget about the village oafs. They understand the concept of nobility perfectly well, so they realize they'll be punished if they dare make any advance toward me, so they prefer to stare from a distance, drooling. And believe me, I can very well imagine what they discuss in the taverns. You are very self-aware, lady. You know, you... Whoa... You're so eager to follow my orders. Why? What do you mean, why? I follow your orders, I've joined your campaign because I have faith in you. I believe your intentions to be noble, though things may not always turn out as you planned. You are my commander, your orders are law, it is my duty to follow them. Well, so long as you don't order me to do something that's absolutely dishonorable, but that would never happen, I hope. Yeah, this option. Will this anger her? I will see. You know, you really are quite beautiful. You are a reliable friend and worthy ally, but it would be a crime to ignore your beauty. Let's get ready for a poison sour. I sincerely hope your words carry nothing more than mere politeness. For the moment, yes. I'm not going to stalk you like your admirers, but I wanted you to know that I've noticed you. Oh, if she's not going to swing my head away from my shoulders, then this might be up. So you like me, but won't seek my favor. Well, that's something new. Valerie raises her eyebrow and smiles, but this smile expresses amusement, not her usual cold arrogance. Thank you for the conversation. Talk to you later. As you wish.